The MLB offseason is here, and some of baseball's biggest stars are about to change teams. Which superstars will cash in, who's staying loyal, and who's about to shock the baseball world? These are my top 10 MLB free agents for 2026 and where I think each one will sign this winter. Coming in at number 10, I've got Ranger Suárez, the reliable left-handed starter from the Phillies. He has quietly been one of the most dependable arms in the National League, posting a 3.59 ERA since 2022 and a phenomenal 1.48 ERA in the playoffs. One of the best in MLB history for pitchers with real playoff innings. But with Philadelphia's payroll loaded with high-priced starters, he's expected to test the open market after 2025. He's proven he can handle pressure, eat innings, and win in October. Exactly what teams like the Giants, Blue Jays, or Angels are looking for. At just 30 years old, Suarez could land a deal in the $90 to $100 million range over 4 or 5 years, similar to other top mid-rotation lefties like Carlos Rodon or Robbie Ray. So my prediction is that he will sign with the San Francisco Giants, giving them a steady playoff-tested lefty to anchor their rotation. At number 9, I've got Eugenio Suarez, one of baseball's most consistent power bats. In 2025, he crushed 49 home runs, drove in 118 RBIs, and posted an 824 OPS, cementing himself among the league's top sluggers. The 34-year-old veteran split last season between Arizona and Seattle, starting red-hot with the D-backs before cooling off after returning to the Mariners. Even so, his power numbers speak for themselves. 6 seasons with 30-plus homers and 2 years reaching 49. Yes, he strikes out a ton, and his defense isn't elite, but few hitters can change a game with one swing like Suarez can. Teams needing a proven middle-of-the-order bat will be interested, likely on a shorter deal, maybe 2 to 3 years at $20 to $25 million per season. So I predict that he signs with the Cincinnati Reds, returning to the club where he first became a star, adding veteran power and leadership to a young emerging lineup. Coming in at number 8 is Framber Valdez, one of the most durable and effective pitchers in baseball over the past several seasons. In 2025, he went 13-11 with a 3.66 ERA, striking out 187 batters across 192 innings, marking his 4th straight year over 175 innings. He started the season strong, even looking like a Cy Young contender early on, but faded late with a 6.05 ERA over his final 10 starts. Still, his long-term track record speaks for itself. A 3.36 career ERA and elite ground ball control that makes him one of the best contact managers in the league. At 32 years old, he enters free agency as arguably the top starter available. Expect him to command a 6-year deal worth around $180 to $200 million, with contenders like the Blue Jays, Cardinals, and Mets all in the mix. So my prediction is that he signs with the Toronto Blue Jays, giving them the reliable ace they've been missing for years. At number 7, I have Munetaka Murakami, Japan's most electric power hitter and one of the biggest international names entering MLB free agency in 2026. Despite missing much of the 2025 NPB season with an oblique injury, he still slugged 24 home runs in 69 games and posted a .273 average with a 663 slugging percentage. Projected over a full season, that's right back near his historic 2022 pace, the year he smashed 56 home runs, breaking Sadaharu Oh's legendary record. A 2-time MVP and 2022 Triple Crown winner, he combines youth, raw power, and plate discipline that translates perfectly to MLB. Teams like the Yankees, Mets, and Mariners are all seen as top contenders, especially Seattle, which may lose Eugenio Suarez this offseason. So my prediction is that he signs with the Seattle Mariners on a 10-year, $225 million deal, becoming their new cornerstone slugger and bringing his record-breaking power to the Pacific Northwest. At number 6, I've got Cody Bellinger, the former MVP who revived his career in New York. After joining the Yankees, Bellinger bounced back from his Chicago struggles and delivered a strong 2025 season, batting .272 with 29 home runs, 98 RBIs, and an .813 OPS across 152 games. It was his best all-around year since his 2019 MVP campaign and showed he's finally rediscovered his swing. Still only 30, he brings a rare mix of left-handed power, gold glove caliber defense, and playoff experience. He's adjusted his approach. Fewer strikeouts, more controlled contact, and has become a steady middle-of-the-order bat rather than a pure slugger. Expect plenty of teams to pursue him, but Yankee Stadium remains a perfect fit for his lefty power stroke. So I predict is that he will re-sign with the New York Yankees on a 5-year, $125 million deal, keeping his resurgence alive in the Bronx. At number 5, I have Pete Alonso, one of baseball's purest power hitters. Last season, he played all 162 games for the Mets, hitting .272 with 38 home runs, 126 RBIs, and an .871 OPS, finishing near the top of the league in both home runs and runs driven in. The Polar Bear continues to define consistency and strength at the plate. With a 93.5 miles per hour average exit velocity and nearly 55% hard hit rate, Alonso remains one of MLB's most feared sluggers. His improved strikeout rate and elite contact quality prove he's not just power, he's production. Now heading into free agency at 31, Alonso is looking for the long-term contract that slipped away last winter. Expect offers in the 6-year, $180 million range, with teams like the Giants, Red Sox, and Mets all in pursuit. So my prediction is that he re-signs with the New York Mets, securing the long-term deal that keeps their franchise slugger right where he belongs in Queens. At number 4, I have Bo Bichette, one of baseball's purest hitters and a major rebound story in 2025. After a rough 2024, he returned to form, batting .311 with 18 home runs, 94 RBIs, an .840 OPS, and once again leading the American League in hits before a knee injury cut his season short. Defensively, he continues to struggle at shortstop and could soon shift to second or third base, but his bat more than makes up for it. He's just 28 years old, consistently among MLB's top contact hitters, and his ability to punish high pitches and drive the ball to all fields makes him one of the most reliable bats in the league. Expect a big payday for him, likely a 7-year deal worth around $180 million, with teams like the Blue Jays, Braves, and Tigers expected to compete for his signature. So my prediction is that he signs with the Atlanta Braves, joining one of the most dangerous lineups in baseball and filling their long-term need at second base. At number 3, I have Kyle Schwarber, one of the game's most dangerous sluggers, and he just reminded everyone why. In 2025, he led the National League with 56 home runs and 132 RBIs, becoming only the second player in Phillies history to hit 50-plus homers in a season. He also posted a .240 average and a .928 OPS, cementing himself as one of baseball's elite power bats. At 33 years old, Schwarber may not bring much on defense, but his bat more than makes up for it. Few players can change a game with one swing like he can, and his leadership in the clubhouse only adds to his value. He's expected to command a 4 to 5 year deal worth around $120 to $140 million, with teams like the Phillies, Rangers, and Reds all likely in the mix. So my prediction is that he re-signs with the Philadelphia Phillies, keeping his legendary bat right in the heart of one of baseball's most feared lineups. Few players embody consistency and competitiveness quite like Alex Bregman. After joining the Boston Red Sox on a 3-year, $120 million deal, he reminded everyone why he's still one of the most polished all-around infielders in the game. In 2025, despite missing time with a quad injury, he hit .273 with 18 home runs, 62 RBIs, and an .821 OPS over 114 games, earning his first All-Star appearance since 2019 and stabilizing Boston's lineup with his trademark plate discipline and clutch hitting. Now at age 32, he's expected to opt out of his contract and test free agency again, this time aiming for a long-term deal likely exceeding $200 million. Teams like the Phillies, Tigers, and Red Sox are all contenders for his signature, with several seeing him as the final piece of a playoff puzzle. So my prediction is that he signs with the Philadelphia Phillies, adding veteran leadership, playoff experience, and power to one of baseball's most complete rosters. At the top of my list, Kyle Tucker headlines the 2026 free agent class, and for good reason. After being traded from Houston to the Chicago Cubs, he delivered another elite season despite battling through injuries. In 136 games, he hit .266 with 22 home runs, 73 RBIs, 25 steals, and an 841 OPS, continuing his streak as one of MLB's most complete hitters. Before fracturing his hand in June, he looked like an MVP candidate, posting a .280 average, .384 on-base percentage, and .499 slugging through the first half. Since 2020, he's been one of just 6 players to record an OPS above .800 every year, joining names like Judge, Freeman, and Harper. At only 29 years old, he offers rare prime-age production, combining power, speed, and high-end consistency. Expect massive offers north of $350 to $400 million from teams like the Cubs, Dodgers, and Yankees, all ready to battle for baseball's next superstar. So my prediction is that he re-signs with the Chicago Cubs on a 10-year, $385 million deal, cementing himself as the franchise cornerstone for the next decade. So those are my top 10 MLB free agents of this offseason. Where do you think the top 10 MLB free agents will sign in 2026? Let me know and drop a comment. So if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you love sports, you found the right place. This channel is all about bringing you the latest and greatest sports content. And don't forget to share this video with more sports enthusiasts. For more content and much more, please click up here to dive into more videos. And thank you so much for watching. Your support is really appreciated. I'm Sportsegator, and I'll catch you guys next time. Until then, keep loving sports.